Amazing. Okay, well, I appreciate everyone being patient with me being late this morning. I am in full USA Healy launch mode, and I had about 200 messages that I had to respond to this morning. It's been the same almost every day. It's been crazy. It's been crazy good, crazy amazing good. But I'm super excited to be here doing the wealth forecast. I'm a little amped up because I ended up having coffee today for the first time in, I think, 4 months. So, but I've been getting very little sleep. I went to bed at 2 in the morning last night and I woke up at 8. So, and that was like probably the longest consistent night's sleep I've had in the longest. We're just getting started, Megan, so that's probably why it wouldn't come up, because I wasn't actually on. I'm late. I've been late. But by late, that means I was perfectly on time, right? Yes. If anyone has Healy questions, feel free to message me. Healy has taken the entire USA by storm. They had 4,000 people trying to register within 1 hour, and it completely crashed the system. For those of you that aren't in the know, Healy is a microcurrent device that delivers frequency and vibration into your cells, and has the ability to manipulate your mitochondria. And it is just this completely amazing, epic, spiritual, physical, all of your 5 bodies tool that is launching in the United States today. And so it's something that I have got on board with. If you're in my on my mailing list, you got an email from me about this, but it's just been more of an incredible opportunity than I ever dreamed it could be. There was some mistake, I think some of you guys got confused on. You are actually able to order now, but you can't because the system is crashed. So we're just waiting for the system to be repaired so that people can start ordering. Yeah, it's incredible. Like, I'm blown away. I'm still pain-free after having one like in-person direct treatment for my back on Monday. So it's Friday and I'm still pain-free. Like, it's so freaking incredible. I cannot wait for mine to arrive. It's on its way here slowly but surely from Singapore to Australia, and then it's arriving here. So if you guys want to know more about Healy, definitely reach out to me. I'm happy to talk to you more about it, but it's a really, really incredible business opportunity. And it is an MLM, which I've never done, right? But I believe in this one so much, and the founders of the company, and there's 15 years of science behind this device, and it's a $200 billion, it's kind of the next market dominating industry, personal microcurrent devices. It's a $200 billion market potential. So that's where we are in this wealth forecast. And the purpose of the entire device is to raise the collective consciousness of the planet, right? And for me, I just see such an incredible, amazing opportunity for people to become independently wealthy using it. It's already happening. It's already happened to several. It's already happened to, we've already, I don't even know how much money we've made at this point, but people in my downlines have already completely shifted their financial realities, which, like my directly enrolled, which is pretty incredible after 1 week. So reach out to me if you want to know about that. But it's interesting because I'm feeling the buzz of the excitement, and it's a global company. So we have people in our downline all over the world, and they are literally all just making money. It's incredible. And there's a lot of other countries that can actually order. So they're actually like, ordering and making money instead of waiting for their system to uncrash. But yeah, I'm excited about this forecast today, and I'm excited about it because for the first time since probably September of last year, I can feel the collective energy lifting. And that is I'm excited about, because we've been in such a heaviness. And we knew it was coming, right? There was so much planetarily that was happening at the beginning of the year with, all of these convergence of planets meeting up with Pluto and Capricorn, and just the constriction that we knew was going to be here from the 12th of January to the 13th of March. But, the aftermath of that constriction and the heaviness of that astrological constriction just carried on through the month of April, through the whole month of April. And it wasn't really till the end of last week that I started to feel the energies lifting. So I'm really excited about that, because, I think now we begin the rebuilding. And I mean, it's literally and figuratively, right? Like this virus in so many ways, I think, has been a blessing, because we have stepped away from a lot of the programming and conditioning that's been keeping us trapped in financial slavery consciousness. And so many people have actually had an opportunity to wake up to the fact that there might be a better way. I think this is partially why Healy is blowing up right now, because that perceived programmed conditioned safety, stability, and security of having a 9-to-5 job, of working for a company, of working for an organization, of doing all the things that you're supposed to do so that you can, you're going to college to get a degree so that you can get a good job, so that you can, make a lot of money, so you can pay more money to the government, so that you can afford a mortgage, so that you can pay interest rates to the bank, all of the things that we were doing to serve the global financial agenda that we'd been programmed to do, especially in America. Like, that's the American dream, right? That really truly was actually slavery, not freedom. It has shattered. And, I said last year, I've been saying since the middle of the year last year, and in some ways since for the last couple of years, that we were going to see a crumbling of the global financial structures and systems, including the banking industry. And so I believe that we're beginning to see that's the beginning of this right now. And it absolutely was going to happen this year with Uranus and Taurus. Complete change of how we look at, handle, rely on money, and how we look at our current financial systems and structures. And like, they're basically that a new way of doing things was going to come into play. But what's happened through this whole virus situation is that people's programmed and conditioned sense of safety, stability, and security got ripped out from under them. And now all of a sudden we've realized that 9-to-5, that doing all of the things the right way wasn't actually so stable. And so, for me, as sad as I am for people that have lost their jobs, as sad as I am for the families of the world that are struggling with poverty, and I mean, there's so many different things going on, domestic violence is on the rise, child abuse is on the rise, all of that stuff. So as much as that breaks my heart, I am happy for the people of the world that we've now begun to realize fully and truly that the only people that we can depend upon are ourselves, and that actually we are who creates our financial safety, stability, and security. That we don't need to look to outside organizations and companies for that. That it's a you are your guarantee game, actually, not your 9-to-5 job that you went to university and studied hard for, and you've been working, that promotion you just got that you've been working diligently for 5 years towards. It's actually not about that. And I think that's part of why we're seeing such an explosion with Healy, because people are realizing that they can be their own boss, that they can have control of their own financial destiny by helping to raise the collective consciousness of the planet. And people are more open to that than ever now, because the rug was just ripped out from under them. Everything that they believed to be true has now become untrue. And so they've had to start looking at things a different way. So, hey to everyone who is just joining. So I'm feeling a lift in the energy of the collective, which makes me extremely happy. So for those of us that have really been struggling with feeling lethargic, body aches and pains, headaches. We're going to see this shifting now, and energy returning and motivation returning, and the ability to see the big picture and not stay so stuck in the mud and chaos and world of misinformation and that we've been living in, right? So should we do the thing? I normally prepare more of like an energetic forecast for you guys, but I really don't feel like there's much more to say. I mean, I think it's going to unfold this month in a really beautiful way. I will look at some other things after we do some of the tarot part of this. As far as astrological events and occurrences, I didn't look at it prior to this call because I've just been super, super swamped and busy. But so let's pull an overall theme card for the month of May. So overall theme for the collective for the month of May. This is great. 9 of Wands reversed. So this card right side up is mental anguish. So this is moving out of mental anguish and worry. So the name of the game for March is that we're moving out of mental anguish and worry, which is amazing, which is what we're feeling, right? It's the lifting of the mental anguish, the worry, the stress that we've been under. So I love that for a theme. Like, it really doesn't get much better than that. So let me just pull up my calendar so I can see what we got going on in the month of May as far as dates. Taurus season. Tauruses love the money, don't they? I don't know why my email address is having some like serious issues lately. I think it might be Google actually. Is anyone else noticing issues with Google? Oh, that wasn't what I was trying to do. No, I just need to go right here. Okay, I'm just talking to myself, guys, sorry. Okay, so month of May, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 weeks technically. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's see. We go from this weekend 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we've got 5 weekends in May. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull a weekly theme card, but I'm going to pull one card from now till Sunday, and then we'll pull 4 more. So this first theme card that we're pulling will just be over for this weekend, basically. Okay, so we have a theme for this weekend, which is the Knight of Cups. So this is messages or offers of love coming over the weekend, messages about offers of love. So that's the theme coming for this weekend. And then next week we have the 4 of Pentacles right side up. So this is the Miser card. It's the card of gripping our investment. So that's the card of, it can be as a theme card, like I really look at that as like protecting our investments. So it's like following up with things that we've invested in, being the Midas of your own kingdom and really taking care of your own, like being the Lord over your money is what I think that's calling for the week of May 4th. So the week of May 11th is the Queen of Wands upside down. So that's a call to really focus on your purpose work. Upside down is an indication that we're going to want to fall away from our purpose work, and that is really a call that week to step more into our purpose work, to really show up for ourselves that week, and to remind ourselves that we need to show up for ourselves that week because our inclination is going to be to not. And then the final week of the month, which starts on Memorial Day, actually, in the United States, the 25th of May, we have the 10 of Swords reversed. So I like this card as a theme. I mean, it's not a great card overall, but right side up, it's the betrayal card, someone betraying you. Reversed, it's you're not being betrayed. So I think that week it's, we'll look and see what the energy is, and I may actually do that now. Because it's possible that there's going to be some 4, 11, 18, 25. 4 was Knight of Cups. 11, the week of the 11th was the 4 of Pentacles. The 18th was the Queen of Wands reversed. And the 25th was the 10 of Swords reversed. I want to look at the universal energy right now because ordinarily when a card like that shows up, it may indicate that there's going to be some rough astrological stuff happening at the end of the month. And so that's a reminder for us to like not be suspicious of other people. Like no one's actually betraying us, but let's just look and see what's happening in May. Okay. So one of the things that we have happening right now is Saturn is in Aquarius. And it's one of the longest astrological transits we're going to notice in 2020. So it started March 21st and it goes through July 1st. But this is a time of seeing a lot of energy changes in our body. And I believe that part of this is that this transit is actually causing energy and frequency changes in our planet. So you guys have been seeing spikes in the Schumann resonance. And so as a result of those energy spikes in the planet, our bodies, the energy inside of our bodies is changing, right? So we are really being driven to want to explore new things right now. And we're seeing and feeling a lot of energetic shifts inside our physical vessels. And again, I just crack up because I'm like, everything is coming back to Healy, right? Which literally changes the energy, vibration, and frequency inside of our cells. So it's a really great time to set goals and organize your future. Like right now, between now and July 1st, like an incredible opportunity and time to set goals. So Venus retrograde happens on May 13th. So we have that happening during the second full week of the month. And it's happening in Gemini, so it means that there's going to be strain in some people's relationships, and romantic relationships in particular, right? The people that are going to be especially affected by this are Taurus, Gemini, Libra, and Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. So that's me, yay, can't wait. However, my Venus is in Capricorn and my husband is a Capricorn, so I will be less affected because my Venus is already in Capricorn. So I've got that going for me at least. So something that happens a lot during Venus retrograde, which this doesn't really have anything to do with wealth, but it's just kind of like a fun little snippet, yes, sun signs is what I was just talking about, is that ex-lovers have a tendency to show up even more so than they do during Mercury retrograde, during Venus retrograde. So if it happens to you, just please make sure that you really evaluate whether or not you want to revisit that relationship, or if it's just this astrological event that's bringing this person back into your life that you don't necessarily want to go down that path with again, okay? So, but you're going to feel more scattered than stable. You're going to feel like a lot of upheaval in your life with Venus retrograde. So just be aware of that. And because it is in Gemini, you may bounce between, you may feel like you're being two people, right? One minute you're fine, the next minute you're not. It's Venus in retrograde in Gemini, right? The twins. Gemini, the crazies of the astrological, right? So that's definitely happening this month. That goes from May 13th to June 25th. So we've got a couple months of Venus retrograde happening. So this could very well have to do with this card at the end of the month. Like if you're suspicious of your lover or that person in your life the last week of the month, they're not betraying you, okay? Like it absolutely may just be Venus retrograde in Gemini. So calm your tits. Okay, let's see what else is happening in the world. I'm trying to find out what's happening at the end of the month. Already experiencing it. What do we got happening in the world of astrology in May? What's causing our heartache at the end of the month? Tell us the things. Tell us the things. Saturn retrograde happens on the 11th. We talked about that already. Venus retrograde happens on the 13th. So May 7th, we have a full moon in Scorpio. I'm actually going to write this down because as we go through the weeks, the cards for the weeks, that's going to be important. So May 7th, full moon in Scorpio. Those are always fun. Saturn retrograde, May 11th. Mercury's also entering Pisces on May 11th. So you've got Mercury entering Gemini, which usually causes issues in relationship, like communication in relationships. So there may be a rough patch May 11 through the 13th, communication-wise, and then you've got Venus retrograde happening. So expect some relationship bumps, but like starting May 11th. We have our first quarter moon on May 14th. And that's in Aquarius. And then Jupiter retrograde happens on May 14th. That's a whole live stream in and of itself. Oh my goodness. New moon in Gemini on the 22nd. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Last quarter moon on May 29th. Okay, so I don't really see anything astrologically. So this may just be Venus retrograde stuff happening at the end of May. We do have another, that full moon on the 7th is another super moon. So expect that full moon on the 7th to bring really, they've been intense, right? The full moons that we've been experiencing have been really intense because they've been super moons. So that Scorpio full moon energy is going to be really intense. Those of you that have children that are sensitive, like expect no sleep. That's definitely something that happens at my house. Jack gets really, really amped up when we have super moons, always with the full moon, but certainly when it's super moon. So that's sort of what we have happening in the world. I want to see if we have any. Super full moon in Scorpio. So I guess the good news about that full moon is that oh, we also have Mercury sextile Neptune during May. That's right. So Mercury sextile Neptune for this month really brings a flare of like spirituality. Sorry. This month is really going to feel like it's part of this energy that we're feeling lifting, right? It's really going to feel like it's about spirituality, healing, and compassion for our fellow human beings. So that is part of what we're feeling like in this energy lifting, right? We're going to have a tendency to be more patient, more sympathetic, more understanding, and we'll be able to be more sensitive to how other people are feeling and how our energy is impacting others. And so that's really big, because that's really been shut down for the first 3 months of the year. Everyone's been very focused on and concerned with self and not really able to like tap into everyone, because it's been so overwhelming, right? The energy's been so overwhelming. We've been so constricted. It's been really difficult to focus outward or even to like feel into how our personal energy is impacting others. So this is going to shift this month with Mercury sextile Neptune. So that's going to be really helpful. We are like, our faith in humanity is going to be restored this month, I guess, is like really what it feels like. It's like it's already starting to shift in that way, but it's like, you know, whereas it's felt quite hopeless and we've been so frustrated by everything that's happening, it's like it feels very much like the beings of this planet now get to come together and like in support of each other, and it's like we can see that it's going to be better on the other side of this. We don't know how, we don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but we're reassured and we feel positive about the changes that are coming, and you know, we're loving on each other now instead of like being irritable and snapping at each other, right? The full moon is making aspects to Mercury and Neptune. And like I said, that Mercury sextile Neptune is the strongest aspect. So this is going to be a really positive full moon. It will be super harmonious. It will be really spiritual in nature. Definitely like recommend doing release work around lack and scarcity on this moon, because what's going to happen with that Scorpio influence that's really amazing is like you can really dig down deep into like the depths of your soul where you're hiding all the shit, the programming and the conditioning and it's like excavating the rotting foundation during this moon. Scorpio, like what's hidden, like what we don't show, what we don't bring to light. This moon is going to be so healing. So it's definitely a time to like surrender and do release work on the full moon around scarcity and lack. There's such a spiritual influence with this full moon. So there are some possible, I mean, like this whole month, I think we have a really strong possibility of miscommunications. So when it comes to like business endeavors or communication in business endeavors or relationship in business endeavors or anything having to do with you needing to communicate with people about money, currency, or wealth, because this is a wealth forecast, have just that overall understanding that we've got some difficult astrological things happening with communication and relationships this month. So misunderstandings are possible. But there is this amazing harmonious aspect to Neptune that's like, even though those miscommunications may occur, they're not going to blow things up. It's not going to be like catastrophic. But, you know, again, here's the like, mind your own mind, right? Mind your own mind, mind your own mouth. Make sure that like you're thinking situations through. I mean, that's absolutely this card, right? Like, don't make assumptions that somebody's doing something to you the last week of the month, because they're actually not. It's just in here, right? Because of all the craziness that's happening with the astrology. Heightened imagination and creativity this month, so definitely like take advantage of that. Yeah, I think we're all going to be really, really sensitive to vibration and frequency, but other people's vibration and frequency. So just be aware of that, right? Trust yourself, but at the same time, trust other people, right? This isn't a time to be mistrustful of people. Yeah, it's like love humanity this month is really like what I feel I want to say mostly about what's happening this month. Then we have new moon in Gemini. All the Gemini crazy at the end of the month. Yeah, so lots of like fresh start energy at the new moon. 23rd and like early morning of the 23rd in my part of the world, and late the 22nd in the other part of the world. Okay, so let's go through and do not a huge amount of astrological things happening this month, but some really powerful ones. I should just tell you a little bit about so the thing that you need to know about the Jupiter retrograde is like Jupiter's the planet of expansion, right? And this is like really going to be interesting to see how this plays out this month. So we've got Jupiter going retrograde on May 14th, which is like pretty much smack dab right in the middle of the month, right? One of the things that really happens for us when Jupiter goes into retrograde is we lose faith in our leaders. And we are able to really kind of see through all the bullshit. So it can be struggling financially, because Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and when Jupiter goes retrograde, things just really slow down. So we may have thought like something was like going to completely blow up, and it may go slower while Jupiter is in retrograde. It's not a bad thing, because it's almost like a delay of what was already going to happen happening, right? But it's like we sometimes get worried and we get concerned, and then we're like, we can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. We can't actually see past the retrograde, because that is one of the things that Jupiter really allows us to do, is expand and like see bright futures or be optimistic. So sometimes we can be negatively affected by that. But I think really what we're going to see mid-month is the world starting to really question our governments and our leaders when it comes to what's in the best interest of our economy, and what's in the best interest of, I really truly believe that like we are on the verge of mass amounts of people reclaiming their financial destinies and taking back power from the global financial elite. So I anticipate that we'll see something happening around that during Jupiter retrograde. It's definitely a time of like introspection, Jupiter retrograde, and it's like philosophical, spiritual introspection, like self-awareness, right? Like it's a time to really get clear awareness of what's happening with you and what's happening with self. But the other thing is like it will shine a light on whatever isn't working for you in regards to your career success, how you're handling money. Like it'll expose those things so that you can move forward in a positive direction. Jupiter wants the best for you. It's a benefic planet, right? So it always wants the best for you. It always wants you to expand. It always wants you to do well. And when it goes retrograde, it really is just giving you an opportunity to see where you are putting limitations on yourself, where your actions are actually being detrimental to your financial success and achievement. And so that's really what Jupiter in retrograde like gives us the ability to do, even though it can sometimes feel like pretty harsh, because when that benefic planet who's normally like raining down blessings on us pulls back, like it can feel quite cold, especially for me because I am a Sagittarius, and so Sagittarius is actually ruled by Jupiter. So I tend to feel quite affected during during Jupiter retrograde. Also Mercury retrograde because it's my second controlling planet. Yeah, I think the other thing that shows up here is that Jupiter retrograde often is preparing you for, like, this time is helping you release everything that's no longer serving you so that you can actually be prepared to accept all of the good fortune that's coming your way. And so people that like don't do the work during Jupiter retrograde, they are the ones that continue to struggle. Those that like dive in deep and look at the things and release what's not serving them and change the things that they can change and really show up for themselves during this time, they're the ones that are blessed on the other side of a Jupiter retrograde. So it's like not the time to put your head in the sand and pretend like you don't have problems. It's really a time to look at, where are things not working in my finances? Where are things not working in my job? Where are things not working in my career? How can I step into the truest version of myself so that I can actually be financially abundant and prosperous? So it stations retrograde on May 12th in Capricorn, which is a rough placement also. But the sun is trine Jupiter, so that actually is optimism and good fortune. So, yeah. We have a lot of planets retrograde though. When Jupiter goes retrograde, it's going to be the 4th planet retrograde. So April 25th, Pluto went retrograde. May 11th, Saturn goes retrograde. May 13th, Venus goes retrograde. May 14th, Jupiter goes retrograde. And then we have Mercury retrograde coming up again on June 18th. But let's not think about that one because that's the rough one. So Jupiter retrograde is happening between May 12th and September 12th. So this is a long one, so just be aware. Okay, cool. So shall we I'm going to listen to read the comments, and then we're going to jump into the tarot forecast. Can we opt out of the crazy exes coming back? I don't know. Can you? I think you probably can. Hey, Amy. You've mentioned crazy Geminis. If you're a Gemini, sorry, my midheaven's in Gemini, so it literally is like, that's me in my career, right? That's me in like what I'm presenting to the world and who am I being in the world as a Gemini. So I know you, I see you, I feel you. Okay, cool. So let's do the forecast then, shall we? All right, so let's go back to the calendar. So we've got our weekly theme cards, and now we are going to look at what is going to be happening daily during the weeks. So if you guys aren't aware of this, if you are signed up for my email list, every week we're sending out a newsletter and we're reminding you what the theme of the week was. And then Mallory on my business page, I don't know if she's been doing it every day, but she's been posting like daily cards over on my business page. So if you're wanting these reminders of the things that we're talking about during these forecasts, you want to make sure you're on my email list, which you can sign up for by going to my website, theleahsteele.com, scrolling to the bottom and signing up for the newsletter. And you'll receive all of this information on a weekly basis, but also making sure that you're following my business page, which is just Leah Steele, or The Leah Steele. It's The Leah Steele on Facebook. You will then, get the cards that throughout the month that Mallory is posting. So just some little reminders of the things that we talk about today. Okay, so we're gonna start with today actually, which is Friday, May 1st in my part of the world. And today it's like things not moving. Oh my God, you can't fucking make this shit up. Things not moving as quickly as you would like them to, i.e. the Healy server crashing and everybody that's been waiting forever to order their Heelys not being able to. So 8 of Wands today, things not moving as quickly as you would like them to. Tomorrow on the 2nd, King of Cups upside down. So that is like, for me, that's a call to like, don't be emotional. Don't be overly emotional. Stay in your masculine. Don't allow your masculine to get upset, to be upside down. That may also relate to a man in your life, but it could just be your inner masculine. Like, don't allow the structure to get upset. Don't operate from a place of like pure emotion, right? Then Sunday, we've got the Fool card. Again, this is like, we're not quite ready to take the leap. Like, it's like, don't take unnecessary risk on Sunday. In investments or really any other way. Okay, so that's these first few days of the month, and now we will start with May 4th. Okay, so May 4th, we have King of Swords upside down. So that can indicate like us feeling like we can't fully step into our power. And so that card's a call. Like when it comes in a future position, it's a call to like, if you're feeling unempowered, you may feel unempowered that day, but it's a call to like be aware that you may feel unempowered and to step fully into your power. Be clear and concise in your communication. You're never out of power. It just seems sometimes you are. Like this would be a card of like feeling like your power has been stripped away, right? So Tuesday is the Page of Wands. So here are little seeds being planted and sowed around purpose work on Tuesday the 5th. So look for opportunities to sow seeds for your purpose work on Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. On May 6th, we have the partner, the marriage card, the card of making the marriage work. So in relation to money, wealth, and finances, this may have to do with your marriage or with your relationship with your significant other, something about making the marriage work. The marriage is happy when it's upright like this, but this could also relate to, it's like, it could be making the marriage work with a client, making the marriage work in a business partnership. So something definitely there around relationships on the 6th. On the 7th, which is the full moon, we have the pity party card, which is interesting, right? Like this moon is harmonious, but there were also some of those communication things that we talked about. So this is 5 of Cups. It's like, I call it the crying over spilt milk card or the pity party card. So recognize that this is full moon energy. It's gonna feel really powerful for some of you. This too shall pass. Don't be a baby. Don't cry over spilled milk. Okay, and then on the 8th, we have the death card reversed. So this is like whatever was happening here that we were like, oh my God, this is so horrible. Like no one's dying, nothing's ending, you're gonna be fine. And that's gonna show up for you on the 8th, I believe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yes. So then on the 9th, some conflict. Got some conflict happening on the 9th. Moving out of this, so we may just be starting to feel, we're in the pre-shadow of Venus retrograde, so you may be starting to feel some conflict in relationships on the 9th. And on the 10th, we have a card of like being nostalgic, wanting to go back to the way things used to be. So completely normal with everything that's going on in the world right now, right? For us to just be like, fuck, can things just go back to normal? But so that's Sunday, feeling nostalgic. It's also Mother's Day in the United States. So that's interesting to me as well, because this is also the card of children and spending time with children. So this could just be a call to like, you know, go back to home, go back to family, go back to, you know, celebrate your mom, go back to your childhood. It's a day to like be nostalgic. Okay, so that is the first week of the month. So again, for Mallory, if she's coming back and she needs these cards, we have Monday, King of Swords reversed, or anyone else that wants to write them down. Tuesday the 5th, Page of Wands straight up, sowing seeds for purpose work. The 6th, we have the 4 of Wands straight up, the card of making the marriage work. On the 5th, we have the pity party card, 5 of Cups, straight up. On the 8th, we have the Death card reversed, so nothing's ending, we're gonna be fine. On Saturday the 9th, we have the 5 of Wands, conflict card. And then on Mother's Day in the US, or the 10th, we have the 6 of Cups, the card of nostalgia, or wanting things to go back to the way they used to be. So those are the cards for that week. I gotta get my plug. My phone's dying because I've been on it all morning. Oh. Okie dokie. Okay, so now we go into the week of May 11th, and this is the day that Saturn goes retrograde. It's also May 11th through the 13th when we're going to begin to start really feeling some potential relationship bumps. May 11th through the 13th. So yeah, Saturn retrograde, Venus retrograde. Let's see what comes up. Sometimes also though, when we've got all this like relationship stuff happening, like especially with Venus retrograde, when it tends to be about like romantic relationships, sometimes when we're taking the focus or we're struggling in our romantic relationships, we're able to actually put the focus on wealth, our wealth consciousness work, and that improves. So there we go. So Knight of Swords on Monday. This is the card of someone bullshitting you. So this is interesting that we've got this coming up on the 11th, and then this card of, but we're not being betrayed. So someone's not being forthright or telling us the truth on the 11th. Okay, so have an eye out for whoever it is that's feeding you a line of bullshit on the 11th. Knight of Swords straight up. The 12th, the High Priestess reversed. So a call to like make sure on the 12th that you're listening to your intuition. Not listening to your intuition is going to get you into trouble. So we have a warning card here. High Priestess reversed is always a warning card. You're going to have a tendency to not follow your intuition that day, and you need to do it. So the 12th, High Priestess reverse. The 13th, which is Wednesday, 7 of Swords reverse. So this is good. Like, we've got whatever this conflicting energy is happening on the 11th, but this is like our partner's not cheating on us. This could also just be romantic stuff. Are you cheating on me? Are you lying to me? Are you bullshitting me, right? Trust your intuition. They're not cheating on you. This could have to do with finances. who's bullshitting you, right? Like who's feeding you a line of bullshit? Trust your intuition on Tuesday. You're not going to be cheated, especially if you trust your intuition. So 4 of Swords reversed, the card of not being cheated, right? Okay, so that was the 13th. So on the 14th, we have soulmates upside down on the 14th, right after Venus retrograde starts. This is the soulmate card, right side up, 2 of Cups. Reversed, meaning the soulmate relationships upside down, in conflict, things not going well in soulmate relationships on the 14th. So then we have the 15th, 7 of Wands reversed. This is the card of standing up for your principles. So it's reversed. Do not lose yourself. Do not be in a position at the end of this week where you are not standing up for your principles. Again, it's a warning card. It's a warning card that you're going to have a tendency to like kowtow or be lost in somebody else's decision. And this is really a call for you to stand your ground, to stand up for your morals, to stand up for your values on the 15th. On the 16th, the Star card upside down, another like little kind of pity party card. It's like, oh, the heavens aren't working for me. I feel like things aren't going in my favor. And this is always bullshit because the heavens are always working in your favor. So when this card shows up reversed, it means that you are feeling like they're not, but they are, so get over it. Sunday, getting the return on investment. So here comes the money, right? So you deal with all this bullshit all week, but Sunday is the getting return on investment card. So there it is. Very good money card to end the week on and go into a new week. So again, Monday the 11th, someone's bullshitting you, Knight of Swords, right side up. Tuesday, listen to your intuition. 2 of, what's this card? High Priestess reversed. Wednesday, you're not being cheated, 7 of Wands reversed. Thursday, soulmate relationships upside down, 2 of Cups reversed. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, stand up for your principles, 7 of Wands reversed. Saturday, stop feeling like the heavens aren't working for you. They are, Star reversed. And Sunday, you get over yourself and get a return on investment. So you're happy, 7 of Pentacles, right side up. Okay, that's also the week theme of being your own Midas and being a little bit of your own miser, right? So that is going to pay off for you if you follow that, because you're going to get the return on investment at the end of the week. Being careful with your money, being aware of what's happening with your money that second week of May. Okay, now we're going to move into the week of the 18th. Yeah, it's going to be a rough week, that one. Get prepared. Okay, now we move into the week of the 18th, where we've got the Queen of Wands upside down. So being upside down in our purpose, feeling upside down in our purpose, like really needing to step into, focusing on purpose work and new moon energy coming in this week also, yeah, towards the end of this week we've got new moon energy coming in. So dark moon, could be feeling lethargic, not really feeling like showing up in our purpose. So that is a call to get over that and show up. Okay, so Monday the 18th, we have the moon card upside down. So this is like secrets coming to light. So things coming out, secrets coming to light. I'm obviously a little bit concerned about this month because it's like there's a heavy relationship focus. So relationship focuses can do one of two things. They can divert our attention to our finances, where we focus on our finances and then we make a lot of money, or they can really fuck with our finances because we're super wrapped up in what's happening in our emotional life. So this feels relationship driven. So secrets coming to light on Monday the 18th. Tuesday, we have again what? 7 of Wands reversed. So something's happening where like there's going to be a tendency for us to not want to stand up for our principles. We need to stand up for our principles. So that card shows up again on Tuesday the 19th. Wednesday the 20th, the ultimate victory card, 6 of Wands, right side up. So there we are, being victorious midweek. It's good. Finally some good energy coming in there. That's the 20th. The 21st, Queen of Swords upside down. So this one is a call to be more emotional, to not be quite so strict and stringent. And this is a call to look more into your heart, to respond from more of an emotional, more emotions, less logic, right? On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the 21st, which is the day before the new moon. And the new moon, we've got the soulmate card reversed again, which is fascinating because I put these in and I mixed the deck up. So they're like, we've got a theme, right? Soulmate upside down, standing up for our principles. So standing up for our principles in our relationships, and then just having some challenges in our soulmate relationships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, remember, soulmate relationships are not always just romantic. They can be business partnerships, or they can be relationships with children, like relationships upside down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To be expected during Venus retrograde, though, honestly. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, so Saturday, we have 2 of Pentacles reversed. So this is a call to stop juggling 2 things, to look at what's happening in your life, especially financial things. It could be 2 jobs. It could be, you know, it's a call to really evaluate and stop juggling 2 things on Saturday. Sunday, the 24th, we have the Ace of Wands reversed. I love this card. This card is always about new purpose-led opportunities on the horizon. So they're coming, but coming delayed. So pay attention to what's happening that day, who you meet, what kind of opportunities come into your field of awareness, because this is like new purpose-led, purpose-driven opportunities on the way. It can also indicate new relationships coming, like sexual relationships. But this is a wealth forecast, so we're going to keep it towards new purpose-led opportunity. Okay? On the 24th. So again, we have secrets coming to light on Monday, the moon reversed. We have make sure you're standing up for your principles on Tuesday again, 7 of Wands reversed. On Wednesday, we have 6 of Wands, the ultimate victory card. So feeling victorious on Wednesday. Thursday, we have a call to focus less on logic and more on emotion. Queen of Swords reversed. Friday, we have the partnership, the soulmate card reversed, so issues in relationships again. Saturday, we have a call to stop juggling 2 things, especially in relation to finances. And Sunday, we have new purpose-led opportunity coming in the future, so pay attention to the people that you meet or what comes across your path that day. Okay. Definitely like twisting this deck all up, changing things around. That card comes up again. I'm gonna laugh hysterically. I'm gonna think it's so funny. So we have, this is the end of the week where we've got the 10 of Swords reversed, so the card of not being betrayed. So keeping an awareness through this week that people are not betraying us, that we're not being betrayed if things aren't going our way. So this is Memorial Day in the United States. This is the first card that we're going to be calling, which is going to be a really interesting thing this year because Memorial Day is such a huge social activity in the United States, right? That it's really gone from like being about our mourning our dead and our past veterans, and it's really more about barbecues and social interaction, which most likely is not going to be the case this year. So it'll be interesting to see what the energy of the week is. Okay, so the 25th, the Hermit card. Staying inside, right, on Memorial Day. But seriously, you know, inner spiritual introspection. We talked about that, right? Yeah, so interesting. Monday, the Hermit. Tuesday, getting things ready to take to market. So 3 of Pentacles. So this is a card of like getting your contracts in line, like whatever it is, getting something ready to take to market. Definitely financial in nature on Tuesday, the 26th. Wednesday, the Hanged Man reverse, getting unstuck. This is what we wanted to see, right? So Wednesday, things now starting to move forward. We're getting unstuck, the Hanged Man reversed. Thursday, the 28th, is the Magician's reverse. So Magician reversed is like, we're not quite feeling like we have all the tools we need to move forward. So it's like, we're ready to move forward, we're getting unstuck, but we still haven't put together all the tools on Thursday. Friday, High Priestess reversed again. Make sure you're listening to your intuition. Saturday, the Moon straight up. So this is a couple things, right? Like, so this could be, there may be some secrets being told. I get more of the sense, though, that this is like a call to sink into your feminine over the weekend. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah. So a call to like sink into your feminine over the weekend, I think, is what this is about. Or if you're a man, to surround yourself with the feminine can also be this card, the Moon card. Saturday and Sunday is the Strength card. I love that. So it's just like this realizing like you have inner strength, things are going your way. It's the card of the Leo. So if you've got Leo people in your life, like there may be some, like pay attention to the Leos in your life on Sunday. For me, when this card comes up, I'm usually like, oh, I should like spend some time with Jack, be in his energy. But you may also receive a new business opportunity from someone who is a Leo on the 31st, which is the last day of the month of May. I have a tendency to potentially think that that's the case because we had the week prior, we had that Ace of Wands reversed, which is new purpose-led opportunities coming in, and then you've got the Leo card. So keep a lookout for Leo people in your life and new business opportunities or financial opportunities with Leo people on the 31st of May. So this week, again, we've got the Hermit introspection on the 25th. Sorry for all you people that wanted to go to Memorial Day barbecues. On the 26th, we have Three of Pentacles straight up, getting something ready to take to market. Wednesday, the Hanged Man reversed, we're getting unstuck. Thursday, we're unstuck, but we're feeling like we don't quite have all the tools we need to move forward. The Magician reversed. Friday, a call to listen to our intuition, really step into our intuition. And Saturday, that call to the feminine in however that relates to you, but also to also pay attention that there may be some secrets swirling around. It's also sometimes a call to not tell everyone all your plans. So that may be it as well. And then Sunday, look for a Leo in your life, but if there's no Leo around you, just know that like you have the inner strength to persevere through whatever it is that you're dealing with in your life. So that is our monthly wealth forecast, you guys. Overall, a really good month. Overall energy lifting. Some relationship challenges, some mistrust of global leaders at mid-month, but I mean, that was to be expected, right? I'm just gonna see if there was any other comments. Yeah, so I think that's it. What do I need to tell you guys? Hey, Kim Farber. What do I need to tell you? Okay, so welcome to the new members of the group, by the way, if you're new here. Really, really nice to have you here, and we welcome you with open arms. The other thing I wanted to let you guys know is you still have an opportunity. There's two opportunities, actually. So have you guys been listening to the Wealth Witch podcast? Are you loving it? And have you taken the time to enter into the contest where I am giving away one of my high-end wealth alchemy programs? So I'm extending it because Healy has had me so crazy that I haven't been promoting my contest, and it was supposed to end yesterday. And I'm keeping it open for 4 more days. So you've got 4 more days to go listen to the podcast, rate the podcast, review the podcast. Then you have to submit a screenshot of your review and your social media share. You have to share it somewhere on social media, tag me, and then you have to screenshot both of those things for official entry. And then on the 5th of May, we are going to be drawing the winner of that contest. So that they're going to win someone's going to win a program with me valued at $3,333. It will be a wealth alchemy program that will be starting this summer. And if you haven't done my signature program, Ouroboros, which is a quantum wealth repatterning program, it will be a giveaway for that program. If you are an alumni of that program, you will get Phoenix, which is the phase 2 program. So if you have not done this, you guys, literally, I think we only have like 40 entries at this point. The odds are really, really good. Go enter this contest. So literally, go to the podcast. I'm gonna give you guys a link. Go to the podcast, listen to the podcast, rate the podcast, review the podcast, take a screenshot of your review prior to submitting it though, because it takes a couple days for it to post. This does have to be done through Apple Podcasts, just FYI. Anyone can create an account there. If you try to do it through iTunes, you're gonna have to set up an iTunes account, but go to Apple Podcasts. Screenshot your review, submit your review, go share the podcast on social media, screenshot the share, send both of those screenshots to media@theleahsteele.com, and you'll be entered into this contest. Someone's literally getting a $3,333 gift from me. Like, I would think that you would be kicking yourself for not submitting an application to that at this point. Like, it's so crazy that I'm honestly shocked that we've only got 40 submissions. I'm just like, what? Like, so many people are like, oh my God, I would love to work with you. I'd love to work with you. It's just like, well, duh, what are you doing? So I'm going to give you a link to the podcast. Besides, I think the podcast is amazing. I'm really loving it. Zephyria Bell's episode is coming out tomorrow, which is going to be epic and next level. So I'm super excited about that. Let me give you a podcast link. I just gotta find. The last episode also was called Mind Your Mind, Mind Your Mouth, which is a great one for this month. But it's 5 ways that you are sabotaging abundance without even knowing it. So that was the last episode that I recorded. So go check it out, enter the contest. If you haven't done that or you don't do that, I don't even know what you're doing with your life. I mean, I want to enter it and it's my program. Like, if it wasn't my program, I would have already entered this thing. It's crazy. I tell you, crazy. And I have one other thing that's exciting that I want to tell you about. So hold the phone. Here is the link to the Wealth Witch podcast. Episode 9, Mind Your Mind, Mind Your Mouth. Go do the thing. Okay, the second thing is, this is another thing that if you're not participating in already right now, I don't even know what you're doing with your life. Do you know, are you aware that you can work with me partially at a level? So you will have to, if you don't have an Apple account, you have to just go to iTunes and set up an account. You can go from your desktop to iTunes, set up an account. You'll have to enter your credit card information or a payment information of some kind. It's just an account, like it doesn't charge you anything, but you have to have an iTunes account in order to review the podcast. But you don't ever have to use it again. I mean, it's quite simple, really. Okay, are you aware that you can come and work with me in ways that only my high-level clients have access to me for $22 a month, 22 US a month. So the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind is a mastermind that I used to do that was hosted on Facebook that I'm now doing over Telegram. And it's pretty much daily wisdom, wealth wisdom, and guidance from me. It's audio memos from me. We do a monthly group coaching call. There's a monthly Q&A that's actually happening here like any day. When is the Q&A? Let me look. Because you can get in right now and still participate in the Q&A. The Q&A is happening, I swear it's this week. Where is TWAM Q&A? Okay, I have no idea where it went. It's coming up here like any day. The schedule's all put together and everything too, so that's weird that I don't see it. I'm probably just not seeing it for some reason. is it this weekend? And that's why I'm not seeing it. You guys, my schedule is so nuts. I'm like looking at it and it's just like, holy shizzle. Oh, I know what's happening. Probably I don't have the calendar selected. All right. I don't know what to tell you guys. I know it's in here. I can't find it. Anyway, it's coming up soon. Let's just go to my drive. Anywho, you can come into the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind, have daily access to me. There is a chat, there is a channel, and oh my gosh, Jack hates that painting. He calls it the demon painting. So that's actually pretty funny that you're like, you like it, because Jack hates it. You can have it. He doesn't want it. Yeah, May 5th at 8 p.m. What the heck? So May 5th at 8 p.m. Bali time is the coaching call, and then the 13th. Guys, I don't even know. It's so bizarre. Okay, I gotta get with Mallory and find out why I cannot see this in my calendar. Anywho, it's happening. Those are the dates that it's happening. So yeah, coming up next week, next Tuesday is the first Q&A. So you can definitely get in and take advantage of that. Oh no, it's the first coaching call on May 5th. So it's the first group coaching call. At 8 p.m. on May 5th. And they'll alternate so that different time zones can participate every month, but it's $22. So people in this group are already having like epic upgrades and shifts. So you've got to come join us, come check it out. It's super easy. You've got to download the Telegram app, and then all you do is send a message to @WealthAlchemyBot, and it will let you subscribe. You can cancel anytime. You've got complete control over your subscription through the Wealth Alchemy Bot. So you go to Telegram app on your phone. You've got to download it, obviously, if you don't already have it. And you send a new message to @. So you click the new message sign and you just send a new message to @WealthAlchemyBot. And that's it. And it will pop up a thing and it will get you going, and you'll register and you'll get dropped into the group right away. And you'll have access to all of the resources, and you can join us on the group coaching call. But literally, like, this is, you get a 2-hour group coaching call with me plus daily wealth wisdom from me for $22 a month. This is a founder's rate. It's only available for the next like 20 something people that sign up, because I'm stopping that rate at 100 people. There's about 78 people in there or something, I think, right now. So anyway, it's a tremendous opportunity to get this type of wealth wisdom from me on the daily, and to just be in my energetic frequency and vibration. For me, I'm like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, you don't sign up for this for the content, though it's amazing. I give journal prompts, I drop videos in there. There's lots of epic content, but literally it's like you're giving an energetic exchange to receive my wealth wisdom and upgrades, like my energetic field upgrades. And so that's why you do it. Like, that's why you pay me $22 a month to like get the wealth transmissions, basically, energetically. And it's funny because a lot of the people are like, wow, I just came in here and I'm like just literally like putting my energy in here and not really even doing all the things, and this amazing thing's happening and this amazing thing's happening. So do the thing, come join me in the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind. It's really epic. There's some amazing people in there as well. And then go review the podcast. For the love of all that's holy, come win this fucking program with me, people. What is up? Plus, you're gonna love the podcast. There's great content on there. I've had amazing guests so far. I have amazing guests coming up. Like I said, Zephyria Bell's podcast episode is releasing tomorrow, so that's gonna be amazing. I think that's it. I gotta go get some lunch now and get back to Healy World. If you want to know more about Healy, definitely reach out to me and message me, or you can join our Facebook group, Quantum Health, Infinite Wealth, if you want to learn more about the Healy opportunity, the global Healy opportunity. Healy was supposed to launch in the United States today. It did not. We crashed the system because so many people are wanting to be involved in the Healy experience. But here is the group, Quantum Health, Infinite Wealth. You can definitely request to join. Just put that I sent you so that you can get dropped into the group right away. And that's it. That's all I have for you guys. So I'm excited about this energy lift in May. I love you all. Have an amazing day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world as you are watching this live stream or the replay. Remember, it is your divine birthright to be wealthy in all areas of your life, and you're so worthy and you're so deserving. Go have an amazing, abundant, prosperous month of May. Mwah! Love you guys.